This is a message for Avalanche Studio, the ones that made Hogwarts Legacy. I loved that game. It was wonderful. One of the best games I ever played. I always liked the Wizarding World, the Harry Potter story. I'm not a very hardcore fan of Harry Potter, but I still very much like the Wizarding World and all that. So when it came out, the gameplay trailer of Hogwarts Legacy, I was like, too bad that as wonderful that game was, I had to face a very sad reality. Yeah, because this game, Levioso, could have been 1,000 way better. 1,000. The Chandler. Fuck. Reparo. Thank God I'm a wizard, huh? As I was saying, this game is far from perfect. And what's sad about this is you Avalanche didn't have to do something major like changing all the system, whatever. You just had to do some little adjustments. If you would have done these little adjustments, the game would have been 1,000 times better. Now, the egg is broken, the milk is spilled, the donut came up without the hole. We have to deal with it. But since I know that you are planning to do a sequel, or I dare to say a remake, I dare. In this case, I have here as Akio. You and your flying pages. So I Rebellion! So, as I was saying, I have here a special list of things that you clearly should have done. And I mean, Engorgio. For real. Finita. So, without further ado, I will start with the dumbest things, just to heat up, and I step by step I will reach the juicy meat. Okay? Okay. So, first things first. The eating and drinking interactions. You know what I'm talking about. Those interactions where the MC goes nyam 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 or slurp slurp slurp, you know, right? Okay. Putting aside for a moment that those interactions are somewhat questionable because sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They half work. What I was wondering is this. You put those interactions pretty much everywhere. Everywhere. You even put them in the secret chamber of Slytherin. I'm still wondering how my MC survived the drink, but moving on. The point is, you put those interactions pretty much everywhere, and you didn't put them in the Great Hall.
Really, nigga?
Guys, let me remind you something, okay? The Great Hall at Hogwarts is basically the dining hall. Yeah! You know, that place where usually people gather up in order to dining or having lunch, breakfast. The dining hall. You put those interactions everywhere, pretty much. And you didn't put them in the Great Hall. I mean... Guys, let me stop you there. I am aware that this is stupid. I know it. I shouldn't even mention this. It's not a major thing, it's just stupid. Still, it's so much stupid coming from you that I can't let it go. I just can't. I mean, and this opened the door to the next point on the list. So, next. Number 2. Student? No. Tourist. What us players wanted the most about this from this game was to actually feel like a student at Hogwarts. That was what us players wanted the most. To feel at home, because Hogwarts should be at home. It's not. In Hogwarts Legacy you are not a student, you are a tourist. Don't you believe me? All you do is this. You walk around, you see what there is to see. Oh wow, wow, nice, wow, beautiful, oh my god, so much detailed area, wow. With the last update you can even take pictures now with the photo mode. Oh, let me take a picture, oh, let me pose, oh yeah, wow. And then after this, you take some souvenirs before going away. Looting. And that's it. Like I said, you're not a student. You are a tourist. And I'm really sad to tell you this, Avalanche, but it's a fail. Use all the justifications you want, I don't care. It's a fail. Trust me. Now, in order to solve this problem, do you remember when I told you those little adjustments? Well, thanks to these little adjustments, you can fix the first problem, the second point in the list, and the third one that I am about to tell you. So, next, point number 3, waiting option. By waiting option, I mean those features that on the menu that allows the players to switch from day to night. Let me tell you how it should have been done. Do you remember this, in the room of requirement, the spells Evanesco, the one that generates the stuff, and the one that you can alterate the stuff? Anytime the player has equipped those spells, the MC automatically aim to the objects. The objects get some kind of white light that makes understand that those objects are aimed by the MC. Okay, all you had to do was to create a spell that, when equipped, would have made the MC aiming to all the chairs, sofas, benches, even carpet in the common room, in front of the fireplace, aiming at those. If you cast the spell, the MC would have just go to the chair or whatever. He would have sit. It's not necessary a in-game feature. It could have been even just a little cutscene. It doesn't matter. The MC would have sit on that chair or whatever, and then the player would have had 3 options. First option, free camera. With the right stick, the player just watch the surroundings with the free camera. Second option is dynamic camera. You press a button and the player will see some kind of dynamic camera that shows the surroundings of that bench or that chair to create atmosphere, you know. And the third option, obviously, the waiting option. The waiting option shouldn't be on the menu. It should be allowed only if the player sits. A chair, a sofa, a carpet, a bench, the bed in the common room. By doing this simple feature, you would have fixed the first, second and third point on the freaking list. I mean... breathe. They are humans, you have to understand them. They are humans, it's not their fault. Next, number 4. These are some bugs that really annoyed me since the beginning. First one, the most important, the third round of crossed wounds. You know, the club of Lucan that you have to beat 3 rounds in order to win it. Okay, putting aside for a moment the fact that crossed wounds is a club, so it's supposed to be something always available, always, not only 3 rounds and that's it. Why you didn't make it like you just go to Lucan and choose the one that you want to replay? Why you didn't do that? Anyway, the point is, the third round is bugged, okay? It has always been broken. The first opponent, the one with red Protego, he moves regularly. All the others are all frozen. Completely frozen. They are so frozen that I even almost heard Elsa singing. Let it go, let it go. Let it go, my foot! Not only I have only 3 rounds, but I have only 2 with a challenge. The third one is free. It's victory guaranteed. I can lose. It's not a challenge. How is it possible that you didn't fix it still? I mean... Now, from my investigations, it appears that this problem is about only the European version of the game. I may be wrong, maybe is everyone, I don't know, but it looks like that this problem is for the European version. If you can do something about it, please do, because it's really annoying. Jesus! Another bug that always annoyed me, and I always had to deal with it, is the spring season. Every time I finish the game and I reach the spring season, the game makes me know that the spring has arrived with the cutscene, but every single time I need to reload the game because the snow is still there. Even after the cutscene of spring arriving, there is still snow, and I have always to reload the game. It's not a major thing, I'm aware of it, but it's annoying. So, please do something about it. And finally, the music of Room of Requirement and of the Hippogriff. After your last update, the Room of Requirement doesn't have any more music. It doesn't have any more. And regarding the Hippogriff, whenever I ride it, there should be the music of the Hippogriff music, but it doesn't happen. It happened one time, and then, I know it's not a major thing, but it's really annoying, because I would like to still hear the music, because it's beautiful, that music, you know? You made a wonderful job with this game, and you fall for those mistakes. I mean, guys. What do we have next in the list? Yes, yes. Spells. N-E-X-T we have on the list. Number 5. Give me 5. Alright. This is probably the most important thing about this list. So, Avalanche, if you are listening, please open your ears. One thing that always bothered me was the talents. You know why? I'm talking obviously about the Incendio spell. Once you upgrade the Incendio, you will always have a circle of flame that burn and incinerate everything around you. Really cool, very cool, in battle, but if I am in a chilling moment, like in Hogwarts, if I just want to burn a dragon statue in order to have a freaking page, I end up to incinerate everything around me, even the students. I mean, now, your last update makes possible to reset the talents by simply paying. That's the best thing you could come up with. Seriously. Let me tell you what you should have done since the beginning. Do you recall that the player has 16 slots available for spells at once? Of course you do. What if I tell you that there is a way in order to have the double?
Damn!
Yes, 32 spells available at once. It's not magic. It's really simple. Do you remember the upgraded dodge? Yes, the upgraded dodge. If you upgrade the dodge by using the talents, if you press the button once, you do a simple dodge. If you hold the button, you will do an upgraded one. Why you didn't make the same thing for the Incendio? You had the solution in your hands since the beginning. Just... this is surreal. Oh my goodness. And this method, simple method, gives the player the chance to have 32 spells at once. Because one slot can have, thanks to this method, 2 spells at once. If you press the button once, you will do one spell. If you hold the button, you do another spell. You want a stupid example? Lumos. If you are equipped with Lumos, if you press once the button, you will do Lumos, the normal one. If you hold the button, you could cast a Lumos Maxima, and that spell would lit the entire area for 15 seconds. So you don't have to run like an idiot all the time like this. Plus, by using Lumos Maxima, you can blind enemies, especially if they are spiders inside the dungeons. Same thing for the Incendio. If you press once, normal Incendio. If you hold the button, upgraded one. Boom! And since we are here, let's talk about other spells that you could use, like, I don't know, Aqua Eructo, in order to create geysers that you can use for solving puzzles. Like, you have to do Aqua Eructo to create a geyser that will activate some kind of machinery, or you have to create Aqua Eructo and then icing with Glacius in order to using it like a platform in order to cross. Whatever. The same thing that they made for God of War, you know. My god, use some creativity. Then you could use Ventus, the wind spell. Like, I don't know, I'm on a boat and the only way to make it move is by using Ventus on the tent. I don't know anything. And since we are here, one spell that you clearly should do is Vestus. Vestus spell, one that makes possible to change clothes instantaneously. Just create a 4 set, at least 4, of Vestus spells. Vestus spells number 1, you can save one outfit. When you change outfit for the MC, you will be able to save that outfit in the Vestus spell slot. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and then by equipping those Vestus spells, you can in-game cast them in order to change clothes instantaneously. This is useful especially for all those players that wants to have instantaneously the buff suit when they have to go in the water. Next, number 6. Oh yes, this is actually one my wish that I really wish you grant. I'm talking about a very hard mode, a very hard difficulty. Since the beginning I always played Hogwarts Legacy on hard mode because because I knew from the beginning that that game would have been too easy. It was obvious, and in fact, yes, I lost many times during my first game, obviously, but just because I was a noob. But then, on all the other walkthroughs, I always played without the HUD, which is really cool because you have to remember where are equipped the various spells, so you have to cast them like if you need to learn them, you know, it's really cool, but this is something mine. The point is, I would really appreciate a very hard mode. I really wish that in this mode there is no HUD at all, at max the minimap, but not any halo for the counterattacks or evading, and especially invisible protegos. It's really annoying to see constantly all those balloons during the battles. You know what would be really cool? That the protegos will be invisible. In that case, the challenge would be to first recognize the protego by simply hitting it with the basic spell. You see it glowing, so you can see which color it is, and then cast the spell accordingly. And besides, it's still not that much of a hard thing to do, because if enemies has the purple coat, they will have purple protegos. Red coat, red protego. Yellow coat, yellow protego. So even like that is not so hard. But still, please make a very hard mode without halo, without the protegos. Exactly what you shown in the gameplay trailer. Protegos were all invisibles, and it was really cool. So please, Avalanche, once it happened to me to having the invisible protegos on enemies, but it was just a bug, so it doesn't count. But in that moment I really felt like my wish has been granted. It was really cool, really cool. So please, Avalanche, please, please. What do we have next in the list? Point number 7. Ah yes, remake ideas. I actually wanna skip this point because I simply give up. I mean, I have so much ideas up for a possible remake, but they are really too much to explain, so I just give up. So let's reach for the last point, which is point number 8, Collector's Edition. I just wanted to say something about it because Avalanche, I don't know the details, but I wanna ask you about the Collector's Edition. Was really that the best thing you could come up with? Really? I don't want to be rude, but that Collector's Edition was crap. I can't even imagine how it's possible that you thought about something like that. Let me tell you about the Collector's Edition, what you should have done. The Collector's Edition for Hogwarts Legacy should have been 5 boxes. 5 different boxes. 4 for each houses, and 1 neutral for a Hogwarts theme. Each boxes would have had the books with all the illustrations, a music DVD for the music tracks, and then a wand, a scarf, obviously each representing the chosen house, or neutral, or Hogwarts, and maybe, I don't know, a mantle. This should have been the Collector's Edition of Hogwarts Legacy. This. Do you even realize how many money you would have done if the Collector's Edition was like that? I mean, there are even people that would have bought the entire 5 boxes. There are people that would have done it. And instead, what you have done, that crap. I mean, Avalanche, I really don't know what are your standards for marketing decisions, but seriously. And this is more confusing if we consider that you cut the game in order to make it available for all the consoles, because that's what you did. You cut the game so you could have made it for PS4, Switch, whatever. One thing that you should have done was that Hogwarts Legacy was exclusively for PS5. Exclusively. Or at least exclusively for next generation console. I imagine some marketing guy forced you to do it, because it doesn't make any sense. My boy, but we are here to make money, we are not here to brush dolls. We are not here to make Trip the Rhinos, we are here to make money with all the consoles possible. Fuck them! And may they be ashamed of themselves. We are talking about people's dreams. Jesus Christ. There shouldn't be anything more important. Anything. I know it's a utopia, but I can dream, can I? I really wish I would have been filthy rich, so I could have been some kind of philanthropy that could have financed your project, so that you could make a proper game about the wizarding world. But unfortunately, money goes always to the wrong people, so I'm gonna get. Anyway, let's recap. Avalanche, the best you could come up with was that collector's edition, that last update that makes possible to reset the talents by paying, and making the game
That's how I go. They go.
Avalanche, don't get me wrong. I'm really grateful about your work. You did a splendid labor for Hogwarts Legacy. It's a wonderful game, absolutely. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed the game, seriously. But it's objective, okay? It's objective. You could have done so much better. So much. So, unless you don't want me to use Imperio on you, or even worse, like, I don't know, hey Baldi, what was that spell again? That's my boy! Yeah? Don't worry, I'm just kidding. Maybe. So, Avalanche, please, watch this video and follow it to the letter. Do it, okay? Repeat with me, do it. Do it. Chancellor Palpatine, what did I just say?
Do it.
Yeah, exactly. Crucial! Sorry, I hate that guy. Poor Anakin. Anyway, you get the message? Yes? Okay, so please, Avalanche, see what you can do. Please. Well, I think I already told you everything I could. Well, not everything, because... But still, the only thing left to say at this point is... Nox. Ah, what a wonderful job done. let's go to rest some bit because I'm... Ah! Who put the stairs here?